What manner of creature stands behind this counter? Man or machine is the big mystery. With every transaction comes a sweet satisfaction as I cement my place in history. It's just another sale to this comic selling alpha male.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to I Sell Comics, a weekly comics report with Mike Zapsik and Ming Chen, broadcasting live from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen. Sitting to my far right, still cramming, still reading, still studying, Mike Zapsik, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
And sitting to your left,
My left.
Julia Zapsik.
that would be you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys? Somber episode, my friends. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. If you haven't heard, a good friend of ours passed away, and and picked up everywhere, worldwide, the news, which I think he would have dug.
He would have loved it.
But Rob Bruce, if you watch Comic Book Men, you knew him. If you hung around the Secret Stash, you knew him. If you were in New Jersey, you knew him. If you went to flea markets in New Jersey,
even outside,
you knew
of New
him.
Jersey,
If you listened to any of the Smodcast podcast network podcasts, you knew him. Polarizing figure. I described him. I was like, listen, Rob, as good-hearted as he was annoying. Definitely. I mean, that's the only way I could have described him. A lot of people loved him. Some people hated him. But he was a good friend to us. And I don't even know where to begin. Shocking news. You texted me on Saturday
Very
morning.
shocking. Yeah.
And you're like, hey, Rob was found dead in his storage unit. And I was like, holy crap. I still don't want to believe it. I
think I texted you that he was found dead in his storage. I think I texted you the link and I said, unfortunately, Rob Bruce passed away. So
Yeah, let's just put this out there. Rob was an amazing fount of knowledge. He opened the door to a lot of collectors. He had a tremendous impact on a lot of people's lives, and I know that he would have enjoyed the fact that people knew his name and what his impact was, and we're not going to dwell on the circumstances because we're going to give the family their privacy and the dignity that they deserve.
I mean, it's out there.
Rob too. Well,
we don't have to gang.
But we don't have to
gang pile on.
We don't have to be part of that. If we're going to talk about Rob, let's focus on the
what
good
he
parts
gave.
of his legacy and the positive impact.
Ming's like, oh man, you know what?
Okay.
The one thing that I have to say is that Rob and I were able to put our differences aside.
Did you?
Yeah.
When? Did you guys sit down and
No,
really?
we never sat down, but it was an unacknowledged thing. I bumped into him and I told you this. This is
No, I know you told me to tell everybody.
No, I
else.
actually did tell
What
everybody.
happened?
We did it on I Sell Comics. I bumped into him at Collingwood Flea Market.
How long ago?
It was about 8 months ago.
That's about the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
He didn't look very well, but
From what I understand, he was sick and bumped into him. He came up to me. He's like, Michael. I'm like, Rob, how are you? And he's like, oh, good. How's everything with you? And we didn't say anything about what had happened. And I'm not going to rehash it here, but
Ming and Mike show episode, I don't know, 99 or something. It's out there.
I was about to.
Yeah.
So
Again, I think that it's
people will go back and listen
personally,
to whatever
I think
they
it's
want.
a really poor taste to go there, and we're not going to go there. So
Wow,
the point
Ming
is
Chen
that
smackdown.
the point is that Michael and Rob, had a chance to make their amends, and that's
All right,
it.
no, I didn't know that. I didn't know you guys made up.
It was on the show, Ming. You just weren't paying attention. You were probably on your phone. So, but that's fine. Yeah. So
let's
yeah.
direct
So everything
back
was
to what's
good. That's
important.
I was good.
It
Yeah.
was good.
Okay.
It's very good.
There was a forgive and forget kind of thing, and he wasn't going to mention it, and I didn't bring it up, and we were going to go from there.
Wow. So was he welcome back here?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Okay,
I mean,
he still wasn't welcome back here.
Was he? He wasn't. He was banned when when the incident happened.
Right.
But when we moved in here, there was no explicit he's not allowed in here.
Right,
so,
right.
And
Just never came in. Yeah, I didn't see him since everything went down. Unfortunately, I saw him on the street.
Yeah.
said hello to
So
him.
let's talk about.
Well, after he
yeah.
passed, his son Josh, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. This is awesome because Josh gave me a call on Sunday,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Look, let's put this." Josh Bruce is Rob's son, his older son. He used to work here at the Secret Stash. We'd bring him in on Saturdays, and he'd work a couple
Yeah,
hours.
talented animator out on the West
Very
Coast now,
much
I
so.
think. So shout out to Josh Bruce.
So he's he called me and he said, "Look, I want to put this to rest. Whatever differences you had with your father, or with my father, I don't have with you. I
right on.
don't feel that way." And Josh was in here on Monday, and I got to meet Rob's brother John.
Yeah, I think he's from the Louisville area.
Yes, actually, he's from Lexington,
Lexington,
Kentucky.
Yeah, invited me out to dinner. I didn't take him up on it. Just, but now I wish I would have.
Yeah,
He's an interesting guy. We spent a lot of time with him.
What's- very nice.
What's
He's really nice guy.
What's Rob's brother like?
just
Is he anything like him?
In the fact that he's super smart and passionate about the things that he does.
Cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right on, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. John's he's a really nice guy, and we got along famously. We went out to dinner, and we were talking about stuff, and people were calling here, and I want to put this out there: if you're looking to cash in on Rob Bruce's passing and trying to get some of his stuff because you think you're entitled
Can we address this real quick? Because I got calls too, and I got lots of calls going, "Hey, Rob, I guess he promised people or allegedly promised people stuff," and I'm like, that doesn't sound like Rob at all, man. It's like,
Well, besides that,
listen.
Besides that, it's ghoulish,
this is-
which is what we tell people.
Yeah,
Don't
this is what I
call
really.
people.
This is what I love
Ask
about Rob.
people.
Whenever I needed something, he would find it for me.
Yeah.
However, there would be a price attached because he was a businessman.
He was a businessman,
And,
yeah.
you give me a discount.
Yeah.
Friends and family discount. But the guy very rarely did he like, oh no, that's not me. And we were the same way with him. We were both businessmen. But however, except for the rides, I would constantly give him back from whatever event we were going to. If there was like a premiere or a Christmas party, it was up in the city, I knew to keep my back seat clean.
Yes,
because he'd be like,
and-
"Hey man, you going home?" I'm like, maybe an hour. So it's like, can I get a ride? Like, Rob, of course, I'll give you a ride.
you should have asked me before, but yes.
Wish you would have told me. You knew this, about this thing. And okay,
I remember that.
I'll give you a ride, but we're taking you to the Bacon Wrap hot dog place first.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, that was awesome.
That's at Criff Dogs. Shout out to Criff Dogs in St. Mark's.
We were just talking about Criff Dogs yesterday.
Yeah, you're not going home yet because we got
No, we got
we're
stuff
ending
to
our,
do.
Yeah, and they had the veggie dog, good
Yeah.
veggie dog. So it's not like we didn't accommodate him. Tater tots, but
And we took him to In-N-Out Burger. He got his grilled cheese, so
we did take him to In-N-Out.
we did.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you about maybe if you had your fondest memories. That was one of them.
Some of the fondest memories I have of Rob were the trip to California when we went to
2000
Stanley's Kamikaze.
2013.
Yes.
We taking a flight out. We somehow he got invited with us. I'm going to admit that we didn't really campaign for him per se, but Regina Carbonell was like, "Hey, does Rob Bruce want to come?" I'm like, he would love to get out of Jersey. He never like gets on a plane, we were kind of like, oh man, we got to sit next to him on a flight. It's like, so I think we booked separate rows because I don't remember sitting in the same rows as you guys. I'm pretty sure we sat in different rows. And as we're going, we're mid-flight, and the satellite TVs all changed to CNN, and we find out some nut had shut up the terminal that we were landing at.
Oh, that was
Yeah, there was some nut had gone
was
with a
scary.
gun.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really scary for us because I'm like, well, all I have to do is stay like 20 feet away from Rob Bruce, and I'm not going to be the target. So we were joking with Rob about him, like, who did you tell we're going to be at that terminal and who has a grudge against you out in California?
Yeah. Now, to his credit, he had bought the internet on his iPad.
Yep.
I didn't because I was too cheap. I just wanted to sleep the whole flight. So we let everybody back home know that we were okay.
He was able to let
but
everyone know,
but nobody else, had he not done that,
That was
I don't
a great
think
trip. Didn't you guys get to go listen to a episode of the Talking Dead?
we did.
Yeah,
We
we did.
Yeah,
took
yeah.
Rob to Talking Dead.
But the funny thing was that when we landed, they didn't land us at LAX.
no, they had to cordon off the airport.
Yeah.
So,
Where did we end up, Ming?
Palm Springs, about
We were in Palm Springs, 2
about
hours?
2.5 hours away.
Yep.
Shout out to Virgin Airlines, which doesn't exist anymore. But they right when we landed, got our bags. They had buses waiting for us and drove us. I remember they drove us. Couldn't go to the airport LAX.
No.
Cornell. They drove us
No.
as close as they could, which was Century City. We basically got dropped off under Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, good luck, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
You're on your own. So
And what? We had to grab an Uber, which it wasn't an Uber; it was a cab.
no, it was an Uber. It just started. So,
But it was, I think, wasn't it like a van with? I
got the big
it was
one.
orange crates for seats.
I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure we had real seats, but
No,
I can't.
I'm almost positive we had no seats.
Well, it got us there, didn't it?
It
Were
did.
you
got us
sharing
to the
the
con.
van with the goats? And
Yeah,
things?
pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
surprised there weren't
I
chickens
don't
running
think it
around
was
back there.
that. I don't think it was that.
It was,
I don't remember.
it was pretty bad.
being that
And
rustic.
Rob kept saying, because it was a Russian guy who was driving us, and Rob kept saying, "You're going the wrong way." Yeah, and it was real. He's
Like,
on
dumbass,
his
you don't-
iPad,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You're going the wrong way. We should be taking the
I'm
I-10."
like, dumbass, we are on the 10, first of all.
Yeah.
And two, you've never been here. Like, where do you even know? You don't know where you're going.
But he had his iPad out because he
Yeah,
was
'cause,
still
yeah.
going off of the Virgin internet, whatever. So I'm like, all right, Rob. What? Well, I'm like, the guy standing. He's like, I think he's trying to rip us off. I'm like, he's sitting right there. He can hear you while we're talking. And I'm like, don't piss off our driver.
What were you out there for again?
We were at
which film?
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
The
that's right.
previously named Stanley's Kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
Then Stanley's LA Comic Con. Now just LA Comic Con since Stan's not around. But yeah, that was a good trip, man. Went to Talking Dead.
We ended up going to.
Mike got on air. You got to ask a question.
Yeah, that was very cool. We got to go.
Did you go to Nobu Sushi?
We did- we went to
but
Nobu.
well, it was early on. It was like season 2 or 3. So AMC fucking took us to Nobu. Like
They took us
That's
to Nobu.
amazing. That's
Nobu,
amazing.
and I'm like, Rob, what are you gonna eat here, man? He suddenly turned into a pescatarian.
Of course, yeah.
When it's like $500 sushi, all of
Yeah.
a sudden he's like, no, I eat fish. I eat
I can
fish.
eat
I'm a
fish.
pescatarian.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't remember you eating fish. But hey, if it's $500 fish,
And we went
he's
to
in
see the
for it.
room. We took him to the. We took Rob to the room.
Well, more accurately, I took you two to the room.
You guys, you took. Well, we all took Rob to the room. And what was that ice cream place?
Diddy Reese, if you're out in UCLA Westwood, the $1 cookie sandwiches, cookie ice cream sandwiches.
We stood online for an hour to get those cookie sandwiches. They were delicious.
It was worth it, wasn't
I'll
it?
tell you a couple of stories that personally for Rob, and it was so nice to read some of the comments and some of the memorials that are coming in on social media about just like how he was welcoming, like I said, to new collectors and how he was always so helpful to find things. I'm telling you, he saved Christmas for us one
How?
year.
Explain.
Because my guys were back into retro gaming and they wanted, it was, I guess, old. God, it had the old cartridges.
it was like a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Sega
yeah.
Genesis or something, and we couldn't find it. It wasn't on eBay, or there was one on eBay, and it was ridiculously expensive. And it's like, if you're a parent or you have kids in your life, you know that when they're at a certain age, they have that one thing, and if they don't get that one thing on Christmas,
It ruins Christmas
It's
for
gonna, and it doesn't have to be a big thing, but it's that one thing, and sometimes it's impossible to find. And I reached out to Rob, and actually, Ming, I'm going to contradict you. He gave it to us. He tried to give it to us for free. We did. We're like, we can't
really?
take it from you for free, but but here he gave it to us for a super deep discount. And he had it. And funny thing is, I went to his at the time he was at Fraudulent Studios.
Yeah.
And he was right across. So I walk up the steps and I walk into it, and I looked inside because he has this enormous collection, and I looked at it and I'm like, there's no way he can find it. He went right to it. He's like, oh yeah, of course, here I have it.
He had a very unique cataloging system,
Yeah.
which
So for
I
that,
mean,
for
probably
that, I will
left with
always-
them, unfortunately.
Yeah,
'cause I
the
don't.
U.S. government used it for Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, our friend
Rob.
Rob Pavarnik
Yeah.
posted,
But for things
I guess,
like
a meme
that,
photo.
He did it that time, and he also got a gift. He also got a gift later for somebody else that we were buying for. The same kind of a thing. Just like he was like, yeah, I have that. Pulled it out. Gave it to us for next to nothing. So he was, and of course, like there are lots of stories out there like that. He loved what he did, and he loved getting people excited about collecting and the stories behind what he did. So that's like one of my favorite stories. He
if
really
you're
saved
looking
Christmas
for it,
us.
he could probably find it, and if
Absolutely.
he found
That's
it, he would sell it to you. Mm-hmm. For a price. Hey man, finder's fee, right?
Of course.
Finder's fee. So he will be well missed at the Collingwood Flea Market. He had a very famous saying: "If the sun's up, you're already too late." And I thought that was
Yeah, that's a good one.
I thought that was pretty funny. Do you remember meeting Rob? Do You remember the first time you met him, or around?
Yes, actually, I do remember the first time I met Rob. He had a shop called the Groove Spot.
Yeah, not too almost
right.
across the street from the old stash, right?
Yes, it was down. It's next to a. It was next to a fortune teller.
Yeah, I
in
think
between a fortune teller and like an Ethiopian restaurant or.
Yeah,
Wish we had that in town still.
Fortune teller's still there, so I mean that's. He should have went to the fortune teller. It's like, hey man, how long is my store gonna be here? Like about 5
Well, he was there
years.
like 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years. So
Sold collectibles, right?
he did. I went there after I made my pilgrimage over to Jay and Silent. It was they were in. He was open for about a year after we moved from 69 Monmouth over to 35, and I went over there and just looking around, and he was up and there was like tiers. He had his computer up on this like platform, and he was just, hey, if you're looking for something, don't hesitate to ask, and I can find it for you.
Right.
So I'm just looking around, and I'm like, wow, this place is pretty incredible.
Right.
And it was, I mean, a little bit of everything in there.
Was he wearing the hat?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No,
he had this. I don't know where that hat came
Signature
from, but
hat,
it was
yeah.
this weird hat that I don't know. It came from like Vietnam or something.
Was it
Did he have the dreadlock back then?
God, I'm trying to remember.
Every
No,
time
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Every time
No.
I picture him, he's got the lock. One
That one Duraflame.
giant.
Yeah.
We called it the horn, but
Yeah.
we had multiple names for
Yeah,
it. but
Duraflame, the horn.
Duraflame, like the log?
The log. Yeah. Oh my God, it looked like a Duraflame log.
Did look like the Duraflame log.
So,
Okay, good
I mean,
point.
God love him, but he did get rid of it eventually.
I think he kept it though. I
I'm
mean,
su-
he
I'm
cut
sure
up,
it
but I think he kept it.
It was the Yule
Posted a
log.
photo of it.
Interesting
So
choice.
yeah. Wow. I remember I went in the early days when I started coming. I think here. You guys would talk about him. I had never met him before, and you guys would tell stories about him. And one day I finally met him. It's like, oh, you're Rob. All right, this makes I mean, the way you described it was pretty unmistakable.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, yeah. But I remember I was like, holy crap, this guy makes his living selling collectibles. Like to me,
It's a pretty cool thing, right?
it was right at the beginning of eBay, so it was unfathomable that you can make a living. To me, doing that without, I didn't know he had a store, but even without the store, I was like, holy crap, you can like buy and sell this and make a living. And then, there was one thing you loved telling. It's like, yeah, man, I got this for 50 cents, sold it for $500. Like the scores, we constantly
always
talked
love
about the scores.
though. That's like
They're
that's
good
like
stories.
Well, yeah,
part of the thrill, right?
He would come in and, oh man, I bought this thing for $1 and I sold it for 10 million. So you're like, cool, that's awesome. Why aren't you getting a new hat?
I know, and why aren't you spending any of that money in here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was one of the things too. It's like, then buy something off the wall.
Yeah, well, you guys were nice to him. He was always, with the eBay purchases. He was smart. He came in here. It's like, hey, boxes. I need boxes.
Oh yeah,
You gotta say
got
boxes for him.
us, Yeah.
Which why pay for boxes? It's an expense.
well, and recycle, reuse, right? So
Well, you guys just got to throw them out, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Or recycled them.
Yeah.
We recycled.
yeah,
we try to.
yeah, for sure.
When was so? What are some of your favorite memories?
LA
what we talked
definitely
about, yeah.
one of
LA was
them.
fun.
Somebody had brought this. I didn't thought about it for a while, but the Jersey Devil hip episode.
Oh my
Yes, that was
gosh.
great. I have that on my phone. That picture is still on my phone.
That's right.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I get allegedly tricked into going to the Pine Barrens on a Jersey Devil hunt.
Do we pull the Band-Aid off of that one for the poor
definitely,
people?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a
Okay,
Patreon
yeah.
member, tell
that
Steve
wasn't
Dave,
the Pine Barrens. It was
No,
actually
it was,
over in Fairhaven.
There's a nearby. It was actually a pretty cool park down here that kind of
yeah.
looks like the Pine Barrens.
over in Fairhaven.
But
You guys just didn't want to travel down the parkway to get to the
No.
real Pine Barrens?
And it
if you
was-
don't have to,
no.
then you don't have to.
that's an
they-
added expense.
Yeah, Rob was dressed up like the Jersey Devil. Great job. He
They
looked
did a fantastic job.
and ended up jumping out and scaring me. Which I hadn't seen him with makeup on, so it was genuinely that reaction was pretty genuine. Which guy was pretty scary looking to begin with. Then you put a bunch of makeup and stuff on him.
Give him the
Jersey
claws
Devil.
and the wings. That was pretty awesome.
Oh, and the scream.
Yeah.
He did a scream. So
A Jersey Devil scream?
well, it was his version of it, but yeah.
One of my other favorite memories was when we did Ming Chen's White Folky Karaoke.
Did he come out?
He did. He came out and he sang, oh my God, what did he sing?
That's the People's Court theme song, but okay.
No, it was Lowrider. You sang Lowrider.
It sounded nothing like Wars. Okay, now it does.
That's pretty funny. What did you sing?
We did a bunch of stuff. We did Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time.
Yeah, we did white folk songs.
I can't remember what was the.
Why did you never do that again? That sounds like it must have been kind of fun.
I think in 2021, I think the name might have to go undergo change.
He's like,
and
I don't want people thinking I'm racist.
Right.
But you came up with the name, right?
No, Mike did.
I came up
You
with
came
the
up
name.
with the name?
Mike came up with the name.
Okay.
And I don't know. We never really did a karaoke thing again. So.
No, we didn't.
I think we since retitled kind of the Ming and Mike's Karaoke Showdown, a little more PC title.
So PC, and I think that
It will
PC,
return, by the way.
but it shouldn't be PC. It should be the Ming Chen's White Folky Karaoke. I think that's
Put
awesome.
my name on there. Why can't it be Ming and Mike's White Folky Karaoke?
Okay, then we can do that. Sure, I was going to say produced by Mike Zapsik,
or Mike and Ming, featuring Mike.
but
Zapsik.
it's like Ming Chen's. I think that's just like right. You put you on Main Street as White Folky Karaoke. I think it's
Right.
just it says volumes.
About you, maybe.
Right.
About you, maybe. My other favorite memory, I think we had shot one day. We knocked off early, and we ended up grabbing a couple surfboards and going over to Seven Presidents Park,
That's right.
catching some waves.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I was a big surfer, but I'd never seen him surf before. I just wanted to see him in the water in a wetsuit, I guess.
How did you do?
Oh, we were great. Yeah, I fondest memory. We there's one we're in the lineup, both caught the same wave, and and it was a point break moment, my friend.
It was like Batman versus Joker on the Batman.
I guess that would
66
probably
TV
be
show.
more accurate than Patrick Swayze and
You
Keanu
grabbed a
Reeves.
Grammy. You grabbed a Grammy. You were skipping the white caps.
Yeah, but
All
we
right.
had caught the same wave, and I looked over at him. He's we're both catching this wave. It was pretty awesome.
No
That's
Beach
awesome.
Boys going on in the background. Catch a wave.
I
and
wish
sitting
we would have
on
had a
top-
GoPro.
That would've been
It
awesome.
was kind of just me and him that day because it
Because
was so early.
Rob's a local guy. I mean, his family settled here. I mean, one of the first families, I believe, if I remember the story, having hung out with him.
he
first families in the area.
he told that story about 1 million times. He's like,
Yeah.
my family goes back to 1587.
Yeah, they sold
every time.
They sold ammunition to both the
So he
British
had-
and
he had
the
saltwater in his
colonists.
veins
Every time.
over here. Yeah.
Every time we would meet somebody, he would tell them, "Right, Rob, we're not here. They don't need a history lesson. It's cool. Just you're in comic book, man. It's okay. It's okay."
That's right.
Yeah, I did get a big kick. The New York Post and the UK Sun picked up the obituary, I guess, or the death. The Post, though, I think he would have got a kick out of for sure.
Yeah,
And the headline said "Comic Book Man Star," and we're like, "Star." It's like the term "star" being used for us is a stretch, and then being over to him. Even more of a stretch. All right, let's be honest here.
Come on, give it to him.
I'll give it to him.
Give him dignity and
I'll
death,
give
for
it to
God's
him,
sakes.
but I'm saying that it's a stretch.
All right,
It's it's a stretch.
All right.
You're there's yeah.
Actually, they picked up most of the stuff they didn't get from, or most of the text that they used in the article.
Yes.
Was from the secret stashes. Our Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's an official source, so yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Well, she's the official source right here, so she's the one who wrote that, rather than the sensationalist crap from the Red Bank Green. Sal.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, it's going to be difficult. I mean, he must have been doing what he did for the better part. He was 62, correct? So
so this is
it's gotta
is
be-
that
it's
that
gotta be-
official?
It's got to be 40 years.
Is that
years old?
is that because we
we don't really
had
know, yeah,
we
but-
were always trying. We had no idea. We
Yeah.
did. We were it could have been anywhere from whatever to I don't know
But
90.
90, yeah,
his,
90.
His brother John
confirmed
talked about Rob, going on these missions to collect, from when he was, barely, out of his 20s. So Rob had 40 plus years as a collector and in the business of connecting with people. That's a lot of history. That's a lot of knowledge. That's a lot of impact. So it's no wonder that the loss is being felt so profoundly. So that being said, do you guys know anyone else who has similar level of knowledge? I mean, I know he had a particular interest and a love for the Japanese figures.
Jordan Hembrow.
Yeah, Jordan Hembrow.
Actually, Jordan reached out to me.
Oh, yeah, what did he say?
Yeah, he said, "Oh my God, I can't believe that Rob passed." He's like, "Is it true?" I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, Jordan. Jordan and I are friendly. We speak every once in a while." But he's like, "Is it true?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man," he's like, God bless him. May he rest in peace.
He's God bless him.
Yeah,
Jordan?
may he rest in peace. Yeah,
Cool. That's cool.
they were professional rivals, but there was a respect there. He knew that Rob knew his stuff. So
you know what? I'll tell you. I don't know if this is true in the comics world, like the straight up comics world. But I'll tell you one thing: hanging out a little bit around the edges. In the toys and collectibles world, there does seem to be a lot of ball busting. I mean, those guys go at each other.
so
Well,
much
hard,
Jordan's up in Jersey. We're here in
Yeah.
Jersey. It's
Yeah.
a Jersey. I mean,
Yeah.
you if you can't bust balls here in Jersey, get out. I mean, seriously, get out. That's why. Yeah, I remember people constantly think we shot in L.A. that we're from L.A. We're a couple California boys. I'm like, they don't talk like this in L.A. You couldn't survive like this in L.A. They're all we're like woke snowflakes over there, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no man, we're freaking Jersey ballbusters over here. But in the collecting world at the cons, yeah, man. Well, I mean, didn't we get a whole show ball busting each other's
Yeah,
balls?
true.
Kind of got a whole
yeah.
TV show out of it. So
It's true. It's
and
true.
yeah, Rob fit in pretty well in the. I mean, thank God we had him on Comic Book Man.
Was it the first episode where the hot dogs are for closers line came out and you guys were at Collingwood?
Yep.
That was the
Yeah.
right one?
Yeah,
So,
I think Rob was on that episode, right? It was the Night of the Living
bought
Dead
all this-
poster,
yeah,
I believe.
Rob bought all, no,
And then he was over at the flea. I mean, there's no flea market with that.
No, it was Dawn
Yeah.
of the Dead. Yeah,
Dawn of the Dead.
It was the guy that handcuffed it to his
wrist.
His wrist. Oh my God! Handcuffed the suitcase to his wrist. And it's like, oh my God, why? It's not that. Rob's like, it's worth $6. So you've got this nasty, indentation around your wrist for nothing.
Yeah, I laughed that first episode. If you watch it, Rob comes in. He's wearing like a corduroy suit jacket with patches, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is going? You don't dress like this. Usually, he's a t-shirt or whatever. But he wanted to.
What are you going to court? Or are you going to teach English as a
Right.
second language course?
Yeah,
over
even
at
my wife
Brookville?
was like, "Is that Rob? Like, I like it. He should have dressed like that more."
Yeah.
he looked almost like a professional.
Yeah.
And,
you know what? Another memory. Speaking of memories,
Sure.
I feel like we're like having this like kind of cool Irish wake. That picture that you posted with Kano, with Brian Kano and Rob.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
you,
did the run.
Yeah, the zombie run. It was like
it was actually a Walking Dead.
it was a Walking Dead.
Survival of
Yeah.
the fittest, or whatever the hell it was.
That was actually a lot of fun because
Can I tell that?
Yeah,
oh
of
my
course.
God, this
Yeah,
is,
yeah. That was- that
The
was
floor is yours,
oh
my friend.
God, this is so awesome because. All right, so we're running it. My kids wanted to run it, but it was, I think, 16 and older or 14 and older.
Yeah, they were too young.
They were too
run it,
young
yeah.
to run it. So we were in
Philadelphia was at the Wells Fargo Center.
there you go, Wells Fargo Center. They had done multiple tiers.
It was like a
And-
maze, right? Wasn't it kind of
Well,
like
you
a
had to
like
you had
a,
to run around because it's a circular building, so you had to run around the tiers.
Yeah, no,
Was it
Mike,
like 4 levels?
Mike Coltrane. So we did 2 zombie runs. One was on the
not
show,
that one.
and
This
then
one was.
One was the Run for Your Lives, and that was the one in
That was the one-
Pennsylvania
that
that
was the
you
one-
went to
that was the one
Pennsylvania for, right?
near Monroeville.
Yeah, that's Evans City.
Yeah,
So that
and-
was the one we filmed for Comic Book Men. But this was.
This was just for fun.
It was.
I think,
yeah, we did it. It was Walking
Oh
Dead
no, it wasn't
Survival.
for fun. It was for money. There was a cash prize, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think we were going for the money because
I was going for the money. I don't know about you.
Were you there with us?
I invited you.
Then why weren't you in the picture with me and Brian Kano? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I may have.
Holy
you know,
crap.
I
You
think,
probably left
I think
then.
I'd gone on to the second round. That's why I wasn't there.
Probably. That's probably
okay,
true.
good
So
enough.
basically, somebody hit me on Twitter. Say, hey, we're setting up an official Walking Dead runner.
Oh, this is Ming's story now. Okay.
Well, since you're getting it, you didn't even remember I was there.
I don't, that's true.
I
I don't
invited
remember.
you.
I'm sitting here going, holy crap.
Skybound invited us
Yes.
to go down to the well because you wouldn't go to Philly like
Yeah, I would have if they had invited me. You know?
Skybound hit me up on Twitter like, hey, we're doing this thing at the Wells Fargo Center where the Flyers play, emptying out the indoor stadium. We're set a bunch of abandoned cars and obstacles in there, and what you do, you run, and the guy who runs out first after like the last heat wins like $2,000 or something. Do you want to come down? How many passes do you need? So I was like, dude, let's go. And I'd forgotten Rob had went down. Did you drive him down or he went down?
No, he went with his the rest of his family. He brought Josh and Frankie and his wife.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we went down
We were
there.
all there.
That's right.
And I'm like, dude, yeah, I was going for the money, man.
All right, I was
$2,000
going for
like-
fun. And Brian Kano, who was on Haunted Collector,
Yeah.
somehow he got involved, and turns out he was a fan of Comic Book Man. And
Brian and Rob actually got a chance to meet each other and hang out a little bit.
yeah, they did. So, but we were running, and we were all staying in. You like zipped ahead.
Yeah, I wanted the money.
Of course you did. So I'm doing the obstacles. You're going like path of least resistance. And I'm
No,
going around, and I'm having a blast. My kids couldn't run, but it was Rob and his son Josh were running in it, and.
Oh yeah, I shoved you guys out of the way. I'm
No,
like,
no,
see you later, suckers.
What happened was, you
Sneaker
ran
treads
past
on your
us.
back, sneaker
But
treads
what
on
Rob
your back.
did was he Otis'd his own son.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is, I was like,
yeah,
holy,
I
because he
remember.
grabbed, because he was running,
Yes.
and a zombie was coming for him.
Right,
So he
he
grabbed
shoved him
Josh
in the- he
and
shoved him
pushed
in the
Josh
way.
right in the
Shoved
way.
him in the way,
And then went around, and
so
I'm
the-
like, and
yeah.
Josh was like eaten by zombies, and I'm like, that was cold. Holy crap!
He didn't think that they would go after his son, though. They thought he
No.
would like give him a pass because he was a kid.
No, they went after him.
No, they went after
that
him.
Was,
and
that was their job.
Yeah, they gave him a beat down. So
Yeah, remember they were they had laundry detergent on them.
Yeah.
So they at the end they would blacklight you to see if you got
Yeah.
infected. It was pretty cool
That's pretty-
because
that's
they had a
pretty
whole
fun.
like infection.
But I don't
tent.
know why I didn't go on to the next round because I had no handprints on me.
I don't know why you didn't,
don't
unless
know.
you were like dead. I'm like I'm the.
Yeah, I'm done.
Good luck.
I'm done. This sucks.
I want a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
and
Two-
and
two-
Yeah, I,
Pepsi.
I wanted a pizza and a nice Philly pretzel.
Yeah, I didn't win the $2,000.
I
so
know you didn't.
I didn't win the $2,000, but
That
yeah.
was a fun day, though. I don't know. I guess it was just very expensive to do, and maybe they didn't make enough money to make it like a.
They did
regular
it a
thing.
couple times.
Did
They did it more than once.
Well, at one time there was like 1 million zombie runs. There were a lot of copycats, and then they all went out of business. So
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. It was well, at least we got to do a couple of them.
Yeah, we got to do like 3 or 4 of them, so that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But yeah, that was so funny that Rob threw his own kid. Like, all right, sorry, Josh, you're expendable. I was like, oh, buddy, come on.
Yeah. Is there a GoFundMe out there? I saw
There is.
Okay, it's all going to the funeral expenses.
You know what? I think people. I know that Josh has taken over the Instagram, the pop culturalism Instagram.
Right.
Pop culturism.
So
yeah.
pop culturism, sorry. And I believe I saw someone mention that there's information on the Instagram, so that's probably the best place to go to get it.
I'm gonna throw up
And
a-
Ming,
I'm
and you
gonna
just
chuck
brought it
a-
up.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw up a
you're gonna
link
throw
here.
the link there. Yeah, and I believe that I read someone said that yes, all of that is going to support the family and the funeral. fund.
If you just search GoFundMe Rob Bruce.
Yeah.
It'll come up. I mean, they're trying to get $15,000 for the funeral expenses, which
Well, he was taken up to Middlesex County.
yeah, wow.
which
Tell him
is-
Steve Dave $500. Nice. Okay, right on, guys. Right on. And yeah, I mean, funerals ain't cheap, so
yeah.
yeah. I think Rob would Viking funeral.
Yeah. We all want a Viking.
We're by
funeral,
water?
though.
Yeah.
We all want a Viking.
That'd
Funeral.
be
I don't
pretty
know
cool.
how.
Super cool.
I don't know how if those are endorsed here in Miami
They're
County.
not allowed, and yeah,
No.
you can go to jail for that. Desecrating a corpse.
arson?
Arson, desecrating a corpse.
Oh, they got
Probably
permission.
some weird. Probably some
Yeah.
weird
So
rule about
yeah.
that.
So probably not doing that. Traditional funeral services. I haven't heard any news about services or anything. I don't know if you have, but
No,
I
as
would like
soon as
to-
I will,
I would
I'll
like
put
to
it up
be
on
there
my
for
Twitter.
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think. Yeah. I haven't posted anything because I don't want to believe I never want to believe it's real. So, it's that thing we start typing and like, damn it,
Yeah.
you don't really
I
finish.
know.
So, but
Yeah, like Betty White. God bless her. So 99, not even. She was so close to 100. So weeks away.
Someone said that they got people. So apparently, People Magazine, wrote and published in anticipation of her 100th birthday, an article, and I guess they sent it
no,
out.
cover. It was a cover.
Yeah, and they sent
Yeah.
it out. So people are, she
Oh, yeah,
passes
man,
away,
yeah.
and people
Well,
are
I-
getting in their mail this, like, hey.
Yeah.
This whole
Betty
pink
White
cover.
turns 100. It's like, no,
Yeah,
she
it's like,
didn't.
yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
Well.
not legally maybe, but technically,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
You could say 100 years. Yeah, I guess so. Do we want to cover any of this other stuff? I mean, I know that I don't know how we're doing for time, because I know that there are a few other things we had on our list.
Oh,
How are we
I
doing?
can tell Ming about May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Wednesday,
good.
May 4th.
Wednesday, May 4th.
Okay, what do you got?
I've got the 501st Legion is coming down.
Which
and,
one? Which Legion?
The Northeast Remnant.
Nice.
So they're coming down and they're going to invade Red Bank.
Okay, meaning
Not
they're
just-
gonna go into Starbucks, start busting stuff up,
Yeah.
like the blonde rose.
Yeah, that'd
just,
be
like,
awesome.
Throwing beans around.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it
We don't
should be.
serve
What do you?
kind
What
of
do you?
him.
No, what do you mean by invade though? What
We're
does
gonna
that mean?
get hopefully like a platoon down here to walk the streets of Red Bank.
Wow, okay, so they're just gonna-
They're
they're gonna-
They're gonna go
Okay,
from store to
here-
store. Yeah.
They go to store
Here,
to store.
yeah, here, Yestercades, any nerd stores up and down that
We're gonna have something.
Yeah.
We're gonna have. It's gonna be a bigger
they're
event.
gonna be
but it's
taking.
gonna be, yeah.
they're gonna take pictures with the kids
We're looking to
here.
get
And,
them-
Oh, you do
folks
after hours
involved.
party, like last party on Alderaan at the stash. You
Well,
do that
Ooh.
I'm
here
gonna
at
try
the
to.
store.
That would
I'm
be
gonna try to
cool.
talk
That would be
Jamie.
You do
and-
that, I'll be
That
here,
would be
man.
very cool.
You have to come in costume.
I'll come in costume.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll throw on some Jedi robes or something.
No,
Yeah,
you don't,
like,
get to put on your Wookiee costume, Ming. Sorry.
I don't fit in that anymore.
No,
so the Ben Cooper, the one that had to be taped into.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of don't fit in.
I'm gonna
that
try to talk
anymore.
Jamians into like becoming the cantina.
The Mos Eisley
Yeah.
cantina.
Oh, can you get the band? Can you get the
Oh,
band?
that
Can I
would
get
be
the
a-
band? No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Can
Yeah,
I?
now that now
that's
that
right.
Max
You know who
Rebo is
could?
back
You know
and.
who could? We know someone we
All
can
right.
talk to. who
All
might
right,
be able to
we'll
do
talk to
something
somebody.
like that,
We'll
yeah.
talk to somebody.
Oh, it'd be awesome. So what time does that start? Do you have I might. Well, how?
when we open 11, I might
All
open
day?
a little. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
We're like, hey, listen, suggestions are welcome. We got some of the elements in place, but we're continuing to build it.
And
so,
it's the guys who filmed with us.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
Comic
yeah.
Book Men.
Yeah,
So,
we got into costumes.
yeah, I look good as a stormtrooper, by the way. It's kind of
I mean,
scary.
You look scary good.
Scary
Is that
good.
what
I'm
you're
like,
saying?
damn.
Now,
Is that your cosplay then?
Is it okay to like dress up as any of the Star Wars?
Sure.
Even like more recent, like the Mandalorian.
Sure.
As a
Why
Mandalorian?
not?
Okay.
You're kidding.
All right.
All inclusive.
All right.
Oh, I want to see some Fennec Shans for sure.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, Book of Boba Fett.
Loved it.
Oh yeah.
How amazing was that? Saw it 3 times.
Wow, back to back.
Yeah.
You're just like, I gotta watch this again.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this again. Like,
Oh yeah, because there's stuff you miss.
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you miss.
Yeah. Shout out to Robert Rodriguez, man.
What did you think?
I loved it. I love.
And John Favreau. Don't be taking it away from Favreau or Dave Filoni. And our friend Carrie Beck.
yeah,
friend of the
but
family.
yeah. But that was
marriage.
a Rodriguez signature all over it, man.
Oh, yeah.
That was yeah. If
Oh, the flashbacks? Oh, yeah.
which I just marvel. Yeah, that guy was sold his body to medical research. Started his filmmaking career. Now he's directing Book of Boba Fett. So it's pretty.
Did he buy his body back from medical research?
I don't think he got his fluids back. No.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So
right.
hey, man, you do what you got to do. It worked out.
It did.
It worked out. But
He made Il Mariachi for what? $27?
7,000.
7,000. That's
7,000.
amazing.
7,000.
Because actually, we heard that story on the Chef Show. Because he had gone down to Mexico and he'd filmed like bits and pieces, and he was going to go back for reshoots, and he's like, "I'm not going to do that." He's like, "I don't have the money to do that."
Yeah.
So he just made the movie
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah. Worked out.
Yeah, it worked out well for him.
It worked out. I think how long was 1983 ago? 30, almost 40 years ago.
Yeah.
We've been waiting that long to find out how Boba Fett got out of the Sarlacc pit,
Yeah.
And now we know.
and now we know. Which and yeah,
I had a feeling that's what was going to happen.
yeah. It was wasn't it documented in one of the like the
It
Timothy
was.
Zahn novels or
Yeah,
one
it
of
was-
the,
yeah,
the
it was on-
EU or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on The View.
EU.
Oh,
EU.
yeah. I thought you were like,
Extended Universe. Sorry.
yeah,
Extended
Whoopi
Universe,
Goldberg
sorry.
was talking about the Sarlacc pit.
The View.
You know what?
And
Whoopi
Joy-
Goldberg's got some Greek cred.
She does, but
from
Joy
Star
Behar
Trek.
does
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
So
I don't know.
Joy Behar. No, he was in there.
Joy Behar wasn't on Star.
No,
Wasn't
he
on
was
Star.
in
She
there.
wasn't on Star Trek.
Wasn't on
No,
Star
she
Trek?
wasn't on Star Trek.
No, thank God. Oh, another reason for people that hate Star Trek.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you hear these rumors that they're gonna throw Harrison Ford in there and de-age him?
Yes, I did.
What do you
Oh, I didn't
your
know
thoughts?
My thoughts are the more Harrison Ford we get, the better off we are.
Do your impression. Do your impression.
Get off my plane. Yeah, I was telling Rob to get off my plane when we were flying to California. Get off my
Speaking of
plane.
Star Trek and comics.
Okay, so there we go. Little segue.
A nice little segue.
Oh, let's talk new comics now, folks, because that wasn't ham-fisted at all. You've got lovely hands.
It was actually just Star Wars.
Star Trek.
Star
We
Trek.
we're talking about Star Wars
Star
and-
Trek. Yeah. So this was my homework this morning. So to prep, the Mirror War.
You were making fun of the dialogue. I just forgot. Our friend Scott Tipton and his brother wrote that. So
I wasn't making fun of it. I just said that it was very. Michael's been giving me some stuff to read, and some of it is just incredibly nuanced, and there's a lot of subtext in it. There's a lot of pulls from
nuance. Is that
from
you being
different,
nice, or what do you
and
mean by
this is
nuance?
just so this is just so absolutely
In your face.
in your face, on the nose. So you've got things here like, damn it, looks like they've got us surrounded. Not sure how we can get out of this one, Commander. It kind of reminds me of something from like the 60s or 70s.
Or like a
dialogue
choose your
that
own
just-
adventure.
Yeah.
If
But-
the commander and
I mean, is it
Mr.
a
LaForge.
throw? I haven't read this. Is this a throwback to the '60s era Roddenberry Star Trek?
This
OG?
it's the mirror universe.
That
Right,
kinda
It's,
okay,
feels like
it's
that's what I
it.
thought,
actually,
so-
but
it kind of
it's
feels like it.
the next generation's because
Yeah.
oh my god, and Spock had thought that the Empire was going to crumble by the time Next Generation came around, and turns out that they're still going strong unless Spock threw like all of his energy into making the Empire strong, which would be cool if Spock was like, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna take the Empire and I'm gonna become the new Emperor,
Right.
which would be badass.
I would like to see that in a movie format, live action format. Yes.
I would love to see the. Oh, how cool
Like
would
a
that be?
Netflix limited series or something like that?
Well, it'd have to be
Or
on
a movie,
Paramount.
or or
Yeah.
I would
something
love to see like
big budget.
well, like Star Trek Discovery. That's got a huge budget, and if you made like a television series like the Mirror Universe, like Star Trek Mirror,
Right.
or like Through a Mirror Blackly, something like that. Through a Mirror Darkly.
I think it's Darkly.
Okay, Through a Mirror Darkly, and they had like the cast of the new Star Trek, like the what is that? The Kelvin timeline, and he just got like Chris Pine in there as Evil Kirk.
Right.
That'd be badass.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
That would be great. Yeah.
And you get to see Zachary Quinto with the goatee.
With the
Yeah,
evil
I
spot
laughed.
here.
You're like, who drew these guys in shirtless uniforms? I'm like, that's Gavin. That's
Yeah.
Gavin Smith.
Well, yeah, that's what I said
It's
too.
like,
I said, really,
unmistakable.
really, we have no sleeves. We have sleeveless shirts.
That's
okay,
not part of the
I get it.
dialogue, folks. He's not like we
No,
have
no,
because
no,
they're not
no.
that self-aware. Like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
wearing
once you
sleeveless.
mentioned it, I was like, wait, that's
it's
Gavin. And
But that's
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
uniform of the
Okay.
Mirror Universe.
All
So
right,
yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
I was a little lost there for a
Yeah.
second. I had
Now,
to get
you know-
oriented, but I mean, it's actually pretty interesting. Like once I got into the group, I'm like, oh yes, okay, gotcha.
Well, you
gotcha,
didn't read the
gotcha.
first two, so
No, I didn't. So I kind of jumped in.
Shame on you.
Jumped in midstream.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Gavin gave him a little more definition.
Yeah,
than
and the artwork's
they had,
great.
Perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
then
you
again,
mean like O'Brien wasn't? He's not doughy and pasty in here, like our man. What's it? Colin. What's the actor's name who did that?
I can't remember.
He's the guy
yeah.
from. Oh God. It was on AMC. It was I forget. It had Common in it. Common and
Hell on
Anson Mount.
Wheels. Hell on
Hell on
Wheels,
Wheels.
yes.
Yeah, he was the
the
financier.
Was he the swear engine?
No,
like,
he was
equivalent?
actually the Hearst, the
Oh,
George
okay,
Hearst of
okay,
there.
okay, yeah.
So yeah, he was just a guy, little doughy, but whatever. Gotta love him.
What did you read this week?
What I read was Justice League Incarnate,
Wonderful
and
thing.
it's Justice League of the Multiverse. You gotta love it. You have all the disparate superheroes coming together to fight one cause. The one cause that is singular in the multiverse is
Darkseid.
because Darkseid is. So this is just going. Darkseid has like this kick-ass plan to conquer the multiverse, and like I said, there's a singular universe that exists only. It exists outside the multiverse, and it's Apocalypse's universe, where there are only two. There's New Genesis and Apocalypse, and there's only one dark side, and I think it's really cool. And he's kicking ass and taking names. So this puts him like threat level of the Anti-Monitor, or I don't know, even beyond the Spectre. So I think this is really cool, and we get to see Superman, Kal Ellis. He's awesome, President Superman.
Right on.
What do you got, Ming?
Batman 119.
Let's read off of
Abyss Part
your Cliff
2.
Ming Chen notes.
Now I have an image here just because I can never pronounce these names. Written by Carl Kerschel and Joshua Williams, art by Michael Jennin, Carl Kerschel, and George Molina. Came out yesterday.
Yeah, those are tough names.
Yeah.
Williamson.
No, I just wanted to make sure they got him. I got him right. I took the screen
Good
cap.
boy.
That's nice.
I
That's
took
nice.
the screen
That's
cap.
nice.
The Abyss
Respect,
Part 2 is Bruce Wayne doesn't have his money anymore, so the Batman Incorporated needs a financier.
He's got some money, but not all the money.
Not all the money. The money has changed hands several times in the current Batman run.
Yeah, the Joker had it for a while, which is kind of dick. But what are you gonna do?
Right, Alfred, Nightwing, yeah, and who knows where it is? And I think didn't Nightwing give it away to? Bruce Wayne doesn't have any more. Batman Incorporated needs money. Who's the next richest guy in the in their universe?
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor steps in. He's always got ulterior motives, but
Of course he does.
Yeah, and they're on the hunt for a villain called the Abyss, who also uses darkness and the night and fear to fight the enemies and rivals, and we go from there.
Yeah.
I am enjoying it. This is the alternate cover you gave me.
Yeah, I gave you the Buck Extra cover. That's what I like to call it.
The Buck Extra.
Yeah, I'm trying. The art is pretty. Here, can you hold that?
I
up?
can. It's dope.
The art is pretty fantastic. Yeah, if anybody has a line on wherever the originals are, I guess they're digital somewhere. But
Ming wants to pay $27 for it.
Or I guess I could scan a page, blow it up, and mount it. But
Hold on, is that Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer? No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
For some, I thought I
Mr.
saw
Miracle.
swords.
And you get a great second story.
yes,
Written, drawn, and lettered by Carl
it's
Kerschel.
called They Make Great Pets. It's called.
Yes, they do.
Yes. But for anybody who's, I guess, she calls this like a new era after Tom King and Snyder, and anybody worried about the continuation.
Scott
no
Snyder
more.
and
Capullo, and then Tom
Greg
King,
Capullo, yeah.
and then kind of a new era. Worry no more, my friends.
It's really well done. I like what they're doing with
Detective
as well.
How many Batman titles are coming out this year?
1,
Because
2,
I lost count.
78 a month. I
Are
think.
they all selling? I guess they are. They keep making
some
them.
are.
Or is it really 78 a month?
No,
or
I'm
you
kidding.
just,
There's a
I was
lot.
like, what are you talking about?
No. I actually at their height, DC was publishing 52 titles, hence 52.
Oh, do you want to talk a little bit about how you're magic? You're a magical man. So remember,
I guess I
remember
do.
last-
I have no
Probably
idea.
keep that within your own house. but
Remember
okay.
last
But no,
week-
no,
yeah,
hey,
my house
or
of
not,
Slytherin?
No.
or not,
Listen,
or not. Hey, brag about it, man. Tell everybody how you're a magic man.
Last
both
week-
of you.
I'm not.
Last week,
That's for this is another whole separate podcast.
Last
but
week, right? You were saying how we were having a hard time getting some of the trade paperbacks, right? They were not.
Oh yeah,
being
remember?
printed.
Yeah, we were talking about.
And then what happened the next
paper
day?
shortage.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, guess what?
A lot of delays, my friend.
Well, guess what? Penguin Random House. No, it wasn't. It was same day. Last week, I was complaining about not being able to get all these trade paperbacks in. Now they're reprinting them, almost word for word the ones that I was saying.
So basically, Penguin Random House is listening to I Sell Comics. And
So
taking
what else
their-
do you want
taking
out
their-
then? Can we get JLA Avengers?
Yeah, let's get you.
Yeah.
Actually,
Can we-
listen, Penguin Random House, DC and Marvel. If you're both listening, or all three of you are listening, you should be putting out the Kurt Busiek, George Perez JLA Avengers trade paperback and a limited edition hardcover. And how about donate some of that to George Perez and his estate? Make sure that his beautiful wife Carol doesn't ever have to work again because she's going to be bereft of her George. So, I think that's a good idea, don't you? or even for the
Keep talking because it's going to happen.
the Comic Book
Keep
Defense
talking.
League, or Actor, giving Golden and Silver Age artists their own Golden Age. So I think that's what they should do, and put aside, the battling egos of Disney.
Did
and
you
Warner.
start making a list of stuff you wanted to see back in print?
No, but I'm thinking about
Use
that.
the magic, man.
Well, here's what I do want to see. I want to see all the crossovers again. I would love to see them. I would love to see the Amalgam make a resurgence. The Amalgam, where they took two characters like a Batman and a Wolverine, put them together, and you got Dark Claw. So they and Spider-Man and Superboy. You got Spider-Boy, and that was really, really well done. It was cool as hell, and they never went anywhere with it. And I think they should.
Yeah.
back.
Are you facing and there's a lot of delays right now. Are you under the gun? Has it been tough?
I'm sorry, for what?
Delays. There are a lot of delays. Book delays.
Am I under the gun, or
Yeah.
people coming in going, "I want"? No, most of if you're a collector, we've faced this before. We had problems back in the 70s and 80s. That's what led to the
you weren't
DC
running.
implosion.
You weren't running a store back then.
I wasn't,
though. Like,
no.
are you?
Well,
is
that's
it,
one reason why. So a little bit of plug for
There
Bill
we
and
go.
Frankenstein Comics. Okay, nice little segue. Thanks, Ming. That's one of the reasons why on New Year's Day we took a trip down to South Jersey. Bill, who owns Frankenstein Comics and who's a legend in his own right in the comic industry in Jersey, has a big New Year's Day sale. So we went down and we loaded up the Santa Fe with boxes of trade paperbacks and comic book sets.
Yeah.
So, which will be available pretty soon. Like, we're still going through them and getting them ready to
Did you
sell.
clean them out?
No, my God, no. But we spent a ton of money down there, and
Yeah.
we
got some great stuff.
We got some really great stuff,
Yeah.
but it's insane.
You set him up for the year?
He set us up until
No.
at
Did
least-
you set him up for the year?
Oh, I hope so.
We-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
we put a dent in his rent for this month.
Nice.
So not just that, but I mean, we got there at what was it, honey? Like 10:30. He was opening at
Probably
11.
10:30,
10:30, and there were already like 50
Were you like-
people there. No,
No, there was
no.
already-
He was already out in front, and there
really?
were people, and
was
he
a
had
line there
boxes,
already, yeah.
and there were like literally 30 or 40 people already there, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
We're too late.
yeah,
Too
sun's
late.
up.
Should have taken a page out of Rob Bruce's book. Like, we should have gotten here hours ago.
But no, and we did
We
really,
still
really
ended
well.
up getting, we still ended up getting
Where's the
some good
store
stuff.
again?
This is in Swedesboro. When is that?
Swedesboro.
It is in Swedesboro. It is in that area. It's
Frankenstein Comics.
Yeah,
Hold on,
Frankenstein. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna
bring
pull it up and let's
because I
give-
think that in that area, South Jersey,
Right.
it's like you think you're going one place and,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
address
yeah.
is a different place. It's about an hour and 40 minutes from here if you take a pretty straight shot.
Right.
But yeah, he had a lot of great stuff. And actually, while Michael looking that up, one of the things that we'll be doing for the rest of January, starting on Monday through I think the first day of spring. So that'll be like through March 19th, maybe, is 25% off all of our back issues and our back issue bin on Mondays and Tuesdays. So
Woodbury,
if
New
you're-
Jersey, so yes.
Woodbury, yeah. If you're looking for back, and we were able to pick up some pretty great back issues too. So which
Oh
we're going
well,
through.
we've bought a couple of.
That's here?
yeah.
All right, Monday and Tuesday.
Monday
Monday and
and
Tuesday.
25% off back issues.
All right, as
back
marked.
issues. The discount will come off when you
Yeah.
come up
They're
to,
right,
to
as
the
marked
register.
on the back issues though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, 25% off all of our back issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked. There's never been a discount here, so not that I know of. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Well-
Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday and
All right,
Tuesday.
get your asses over here
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Buy in bulk. We've got a lot of stuff, and we'll be taking suggestions. I'll be looking out for stuff that people are looking for.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, what's today? Wednesday. So in
Yeah, back
5
to-
days, get down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, back issues excluding new releases, anything on the wall or our wall books
Right.
and trade paperbacks. But
Wow, man.
anything in here.
Basically it's anything in the back issue bins,
Okay, which is
you
the-
can't see.
there's
but
a
I'll
center
be,
island over
Yeah,
here.
we'll be putting up a post a little bit
That's
later
great.
today. Yeah, you'll be able to see where it is.
What prompted this?
I like the way that Bill was running his sale, and it was pretty impressive. And a lot of people are out there looking for back issues these days.
They are.
And I figured, why not tell people to get your asses down here on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we'll give you an incentive to come in. And, Monday and Tuesdays are generally busy days for me, but a little slower for the store. You know what I mean? Busy because I have new comics coming in
Right,
and I have
poll
to do the
list,
poll.
everything. Yeah.
But, during the week, it makes sense for us to, let's bring people in on Mondays and Tuesdays.
That's great. Get your ass to the stash then.
Yeah, get your ass to the stash. There you go.
Get your ass to the stash. Yes.
I like it, man. Thank you. We're going to use that.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Do you know that Daniel still talks about the fact that the pitchfork that you used for what was it?
Price Mite.
Price Mite?
Yes.
Yeah, got damaged, and he still misses that because I think you gave it to him after the show.
Does he have it?
Yeah.
He used
Well,
to
I
have
used
it.
to have
He
it.
used to have it, and it got. I think it was in pretty bad shape when he got
Right.
it. It was like all taped together. And it was like
Yeah.
really sad. But he
Yeah, it got a little
loved.
beat
He
up.
loved that. He loved that. So yeah, maybe we'll have to do a reprise of Price Mite, and yeah.
Yeah, you up for
That's
Price Mite
cool.
again? Taking off your shirt?
I mean, if there's a paycheck in it, I'll believe anything.
Attaboy.
We'll give you 30% off all back issues,
Wow.
Meg.
Wow,
Yeah, we're gonna
extra
pay you-
5% off. How generous.
Yeah, we're going to pay you your weight in back issues, Ming.
That's a lot of back issues.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
back issues.
So
Yeah.
one of the things I'm curious about. I know that you've gotten back on the con circuit and you've been able to you've been having some fun. So what has the latest
Lot of
round of
fun.
COVID stuff though impacted you? Have you noticed
nothing.
any
Nothing
impact?
yet. I'm
Well,
waiting.
that's good.
I'm sitting here waiting for the cancellations, and they haven't happened yet. So that means I'm going. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just,
so
do it safely.
So
but-
everything that you have been advertising, you'll be attending. You're still going to be attending.
yeah, New Orleans this weekend. I'll
Okay.
be down there with Three Alarm Comics, Scott Hoverman, and the Clerks gang.
Scott Hoverman, not Hoverman.
Hoverman.
Hoverman, yeah.
Scott. I'll be down there with Scott.
Down there with you, Scott.
Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Trevor Fairman,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes. I'm trying to remember who else is down there. It should be a fun week. It's New Orleans, so
New
that
Orleans
you
is always
can't
fun.
you can't not have
That's
fun
what's
down there.
weird, though. New Orleans is like Vegas, and you're like, oh my God, we've got our convention down in Vegas or New Orleans. And you're like, I don't want to go to the convention. I want to go to New Orleans. And
You can do
most
both.
people are like,
You can do both.
I
do
don't
both.
know. Ming, your attention's you're gonna be like taking those pictures and looking out over, like have your arm around the person, like looking out over, see what's going on in Bourbon Street.
They can come with me afterwards.
Oh my God.
You've been to New Orleans before.
Of
At
course he
least
has.
once.
We
At
went
least
to.
once. Yeah, you guys go all the time.
We filmed Reboot down there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mike and I have been down there personally twice, and I think I've been down there like 4 or 5 times at this point.
I've been down
But,
there 4 or
it's,
5, 3 or
Is
4.
that where the Claremont Lounge is?
No, that's Atlanta.
That's Atlanta. Yeah.
Sorry, hon.
No, you're confusing that with the Hustler Barely Legal Club on Bourbon Street. Not as good, but they all have their own merits. They all have their own merits, but it'll be
Okay.
fun. And then over at Albuquerque Comic Con the weekend after.
Very
So
cool.
If it's January, it's Albuquerque Comic Con. So big shout out.
Is
to
that
them.
their tagline? If it's January, it's
It is.
Albuquerque Comic Con.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're still using it, but it was
Oh,
one
wow.
of their taglines.
Very nice.
so,
Good.
Yeah.
And what are you doing over at the studio tonight? Michael says he's got to show up for some photos. You guys are.
Oh well, I mean we've
the new
moved,
studio?
we've opened a new studio, so we need photos in there. So
All right, cool.
Yeah, we've got a very talented photographer coming down, literally a friend of the family.
Is it Howard?
No, it's not Howard.
No, okay.
Is it Brett?
No, it's your brother, goofball.
Tom.
Your brother's coming down.
Oh,
Why?
okay, Tom.
Why? Because he's really good. That's why.
All
And he
right,
works
good enough.
cheap too. So
Yeah, that's true. He
Oh,
works
that's
for his
great.
weight in comic books, folks.
That's great.
Does he
That's
read?
Great.
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's not.
No, he always made
no.
fun. He always made fun of me for reading.
Tom can read, I believe. Yes,
That's never been
yes.
proven, but yes, I think he can.
I think you should test him when he comes
Yeah.
over tonight.
Yeah,
That's
need photos
great.
down there.
So
But,
how is the new studio shaping? I haven't had a chance
it's
to get
good.
over there
About,
yet, but
I would say maybe 80% complete right now.
20% has to be for me. You got to let me put some stuff up, but I've been busy here, so maybe I'll come in this weekend and put some stuff up.
There's a little room left.
All right, good enough. On the floor, on the ceiling.
On the ceiling, yeah.
All right,
put it
good
on the
enough,
ceiling.
thanks.
But
Who
yeah,
am I,
so far
Lionel Richie?
I had a few clients in there. They love it. So
All right, great.
that's all I care about.
Yeah.
That's all I
You
care
Can Eat
about.
Place looks great. We podcasted out of there for Point Blank, which I don't know if we're doing tonight.
I don't think so.
I don't think we're doing
So,
Point Blank. So
yeah.
unfortunately, folks, no Point Blank podcast tonight.
Yeah, Nick Franco. Where's the new shared universe location? About About 2 blocks that way.
Yeah, 2
right
blocks
back
that
New
way.
Jersey, my friend.
It's right there, Nick.
Nick, come down,
Is
Nick.
it 3 Harding?
It's
Harding.
157
Harding.
Broad Street, Suite
Oh,
311.
is that the
Oh,
actual?
he's going for the Broad Street address. I like
Okay.
the 1 Harding, but that's me.
Okay.
Yeah, that, and when we don't get our bills, then you'll find out why if you
That's
don't use that address.
All right.
You can map that address, so that'll get your car
157.
there.
Good enough.
Yeah,
All right.
Suite 311. Everybody come down.
Or
Actually,
308.
what are you doing in 2 weeks?
I don't know.
You know, we celebrate things around here. We party. So
What are we doing in 2 weeks?
If you're listening to this, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't believe I have a convention. Hopefully you're around, but I'm thinking launch party, my friends.
Okay.
Over at the new studio, we'll an official kickoff. We never did a holiday party; it just got too busy with Kevin.
And
everybody
we also had
coming
COVID,
down.
so yes. Well,
There
we
was
didn't have
that.
COVID, but the world did.
Yeah.
So
But I don't. Well, we'll see where things are. But
yeah,
yeah, we need.
Yeah,
I
we do
mean,
need to celebrate.
need some festivities. Yes. Okay.
that's-
Cool.
That's good news.
And we gotta do it when Hans is in there, our building supervisor. So
I didn't see anything that at least said no parties. Did you?
Hans is cool. Hans
I-
would probably want to be invited.
I
He'd probably
really
wanna
don't
come.
think that they have that in business leases, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, we're not busting up the place. It's a get together.
Gotcha.
It's a quiet.
All right.
We'll do some.
Oh, the gentleman's club. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
some
thing. man.
charcuterie. Some
Actually, a shared
snifters.
universe is coming up on its 18, 19,
It's
20,
fourth,
21,
fourth,
22.
fourth.
Fifth.
Actually, fifth.
Uh,
I'm going into the 5th year because it incorporated January 20th,
Right.
2017.
right.
Which was
So-
the flood.
No, the flood
No,
was 4
that's-
years ago.
that was-
so
that was 16.
officially
Okay.
taking
The flood
clients
was in-
4. I count 4 years as the
Okay.
official
Yeah,
launch
it's
date.
like 4 years, but going on the 5th year. So
Well,
yeah.
we can't include the
no,
crappy
No.
Fraudulent Studio.
No, Fraudulent Studios doesn't
No.
get a shout out.
no,
All right, well,
absolutely not.
Whatever.
Absolutely not. But yeah, I prefer not to think about that. So
I actually think it's quite charming.
okay,
Good enough.
And on that note,
yeah. Anything else to plug? May
No.
4th. May the 4th.
May the
mark
4th
that.
be with you. Yes, mark down May the 4th. That weekend is Free Comic Book Day, so we'll probably parlay everything into.
Oh my God, that's
like that.
right. That's
So
holy
we'll.
crap. That's a busy week.
That's going
Yeah,
to
it's
be a
gonna
busy
be busy
week.
week.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow. You might get a hotel room, stay all week, man.
Why not?
Do it.
Oh,
Do
I
it.
wonder what we could do at Smod Castle too. That would be awesome. Maybe
I
have
know-
some.
I don't know. We'll
Watch
talk
party.
about
it.
Star Wars trilogy watch party.
That
We
would
could
be,
do that.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
that would be
Or
awesome.
the entire book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Can we
Yeah.
watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back too? Can we show that there?
You can watch whatever you want.
Let me tell you something. That movie, when Michael took me out to the theater to see that movie, I laughed so hard. He literally was like, "Baby doll, you're gonna have to stop. You're embarrassing me." But that was such a. I would love to see
was
that
that
movie.
bad?
No, I mean,
It was that bad?
What? Me
I never said
laughing?
that, but
Oh yeah,
she
I was howling. It was. It's that. I would love to see that in the Smod Castle.
Okay.
On May the 4th. That would be.
she
awesome.
says stuff
Yeah.
like. I'm not a complete embarrassment whenever we go out. Like,
Oh, I know that's not true. I know that's not true.
I know.
so-
I'm a huge embarrassment.
I know that's not
I eat
true.
with my hands. It's insane.
Yeah. Come to New Orleans. Come to Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Yeah, go to
Absolutely.
New Orleans. Go
Yeah,
go
stop
find
by and
Ming
say
on
hi to Ming.
Bourbons.
Yeah,
Actually, he'll
stop
be
by and
down
say
at
hi to
Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop.
We'll see.
Yeah, I know you will.
That's usually the last stop.
Of
so,
course it is.
You're gonna
So-
pass. You're gonna post pics of you eating beignets and
No, he's gonna
with
be-
your little
That's
cafe
a,
du monde.
that's
Yeah,
a definite.
That's a definite.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
definite.
Yeah, you better bring me back a box of the
Ooh,
beignets.
Yes, that would be
They're
fantastic.
going to be stale and
No,
hard,
the box
but-
of make your
so we
own.
can
Oh,
make
you want
our
the
own.
mix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
If you want the, I mean, all right. If you want the mix, I give you the mix. You get the mix over at Whole Foods.
I know.
But okay, if you want the mix from New Orleans,
Yeah,
Not
of
the
course.
same,
it
not the
tastes
same.
better. It's
It
got the
does.
New Orleans water in
It
it.
does.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It's horrible.
Yeah.
No, I can go over to Old World Market and grab my own beignets. Thank you.
Yeah.
But you can get us alligator beads.
Alligator beads.
Yeah.
Okay. What other tourist shit can I pick up for you?
Voodoo doll.
Let's see.
You want voodoo doll and a
Were you
sage?
with us when we were filming Reboot, and we were wandering around the streets of New Orleans? We ended up in an antique shop, and Brian Quinn bought a statue.
I was not with you, but
Oh man, it was he bought a statue from
Right.
one of the antique shops, and he dumped a couple of bucks on that too. And I remember him haggling with the guy. It was pretty cool. So,
Oh, I can imagine he's probably pretty good at that.
Oh, he's- yeah.
Going back and forth. All right,
on.
guys.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to hop behind the camera.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, thank you, everybody. See you in New Orleans. See you in Albuquerque. See you here. And,
Mark May 4th on your
May 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yep.
And all right, and
There you go.